chronicling the times of Northwestern State University. This is DemonLife.
Hello and welcome back to DemonLife. I'm Katherine Harper and I have with me today Rodney Harrington with the Natchitoches Jazz R&B Festival. And right now we're going to discuss the history because I know it means a lot to me because, well, I grew up helping the organization and, well, just being under everyone's feet, annoying them.
Right. Yeah, it's, you know, this is our 17th year and of course going to be, it's the earliest ever, historic in that sense. We always have it in April, but because of some conflicts, and it ended up being the last weekend in March this year. And 17 years ago, I guess, you know, a group of people had put on a little a jazz festival, and I went and met with them after they'd done that, and I said, you know what, you know, R&B is really kind of big, and has been big in this area, you know, for years, the history of this area too, and I said, let's incorporate R&B, and so we did, and you know, a really small group of us, you know, I had a band, so we used my band's equipment to, you know, as equipment for the whole festival, and you know, we got local bands, and got a few people to give $100 each type thing, and put on a festival. Your mother, of course, was very instrumental in it, and a lot of folks worked very hard, and you know, we've gone from that to where we are now, which is, you know, 23 stages and 20 bands and national acts, and you know, over the years we've had, you know, people like Edgar Winter and Felix Cavalieri and the Rascals. We've had some top New Orleans acts like Trombone Shorty, you know, who is one of the, just blown up. I mean, he's just one of the most, I saw the other day him playing for the president, you know, the other day up there, and kind of, we had him win, you know, and Big Sam's Funky Nation from New Orleans. Wayne Toops is a perennial favorite, you know, that we've had. And so it's just, it's a nonprofit organization, and it's a bunch of volunteers who really want nothing more, who are music lovers and want nothing more than to be involved in something and to put on a really great first-class music festival for our area, and we do, and we feel like we've accomplished that.
Yes, and this is not a corporation that is just, you know, they give a job to someone. These are local people.
All volunteers.
Yes, all volunteers, and I can remember, you know, we get the t-shirts at our house, and I know that's still going on. You get the t-shirts and 5 people come over and you have a t-shirt folding party.
That's right.
And, you know,
That's
you go
right.
out, hand out the posters, you know, organize the fundraisers throughout the year.
Right.
And
work at the festival, you know, then,
Yes.
I mean, that's really hard work that weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hey, if there's anybody out there that wants to help with it, we will welcome it. You can call me at 352-5900. That's 352-5900, and say, hey, I want to volunteer. How can I help? And you may be sorry you did. You may be chairman of this thing, you know, before you know it. But no, we have a lot of fun. It is a lot of work, but we have a lot of fun. And of course, the proof is in the pudding. And you know, we don't get state money. We've got some wonderful sponsors. Please go to our website, Natch Jazz Fest, natchjazzfest.com. Not only can you see the schedule up there, but if you'll click on sponsors, you'll see a list of our sponsors, and those are the people that really, really make it happen. And if you see them, we would appreciate you saying thank you. Hey, thanks for helping out with the Jazz Fest.
And I think I remember when it was just a few years that you guys had started this, and all of a sudden we got Percy Sledge.
Yeah.
And that was a huge thing, because every generation knows who he is. We just recently saw an American Idol, a local Louisiana boy. He he sang When a Man Loves a Woman, and it just took me back to whenever I remember sitting on the side of the main stage and watching Percy Sledge sing to his wife When a Man Loves a Woman, slow dancing. And
when you were just a little girl.
I was just a little girl, yes,
Yeah.
but it's one of my fondest memories. And then we kept getting bigger acts, like last year where we had Sam
Sam the Sham was there,
and the
yeah.
Ferret.
And the Pharaohs, yeah.
And that was, well, he was a hoot.
Yeah, he was. He talked. He loved telling stories and talking, but
well, I have
but
to
he was
say
great.
my favorite one when he said, I left Louisiana in 1961, and someone said, well, that's the year I was born, and he said, oh, I know, honey, and you look so much like your mama.
That was funny.
He was a hoot. And we were able to get him back again for one of your fundraisers.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and the thing about it is these artists that come to the festival, for some reason, there's something that we have here that is different, because these are the people that played all over the world and play forever, and they're professionals and they go do their gig, but there's something special about this, because they always want to come back here and they stay in touch, and it's not just, oh well, yeah, they'll come if you pay them type thing, but no, I mean, they go on and on about how nice everybody is to them and the setting, because if the weather's good, and we've been blessed with that, but if the weather's good and if the water level is good in the river, it's just a wonderful setting, and the river is full of boats, and people just listening to the music and chilling out, and it is truly, I think, a unique setting.
Yeah, and it's also wonderful, I mean, to have Irma Thomas walk around and greet her, I guess we're not very hostile or anything.
Right.
But to have her greet us fans, that was a huge moment for me, to have her shake her hand. And I try to get every headliner signing my Jazz Festival shirt every year. So and it's just more personal, and you can't get that at the other music festivals.
No, that's right.
I think there's a big old fence separating.
Yeah, they're ushered in and out in limos.
Although it's for safety reasons and for things, but
no, and I think they do like that about our festival. It's kind of a folksy sort of feel here, and that they do feel comfortable here, and we take them back and we feed them, backstage and take care of them, and Lainey, that's her job. Lainey at the chamber every year, I call her the head schmoozer. That's what she does, is schmooze with them. But we're just thrilled that it's coming up again, March 30th and 31st, and we hope all of the Northwestern students will come. Believe me, you're going to find something you like. You're going to find something fun. It's free Friday night, all day Saturday, $4 for student tickets, students with ID. I mean, my goodness,
and at the gate, it'll be just $1 more.
Yeah, it'll be $5.
And if there are any if you have a child underneath 12 and under, it's free.
Again, free.
And for general audiences, it's $8 before and $10 at the gate.
Right. For
and
adults,
then you can buy them at any local area bank.
That's correct.
Of course, Friday night we're going to be having 4 bands starting at 4:30.
Right.
And then ending at 10 o'clock with
the big '80s show.
With the big '80s show.
Pop rocks.
Well, I hope to see you in some neon leggings or dressed
I don't
like
know
Don
about
Johnson.
that.
You could do a Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, maybe.
Yes,
more
I
like
think.
it.
Let's do
You'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to have the '80s deal going on, I promise. And that's a lot of fun. We've learned that's very, very popular. We'd kind of, our band doing more and more '80s songs, and we see everybody sings along with every song. Everybody's singing along, and so we said, well, let's do a whole '80s show. So we formed Pop Rocks. And you remember Pop Rocks? Do you ever eat Pop Rocks?
I still eat Pop Rocks, and we still do the whole daring about Pop Rocks and soda.
Right.
I have younger nieces and nephews, and no, it won't. Don't put that out there. Okay, and can we want to tell our audience once again who's playing on Saturday?
Okay.
The lineup for Saturday.
Okay, and of course it's Natchitoches Jazz R&B Festival on Saturday, March 31st. Bands all day on 3 stages. The Hall of Fame Caravan with lots of different artists playing on that. Satisfaction, Rolling Stones tribute band, You are going to love that, I promise you. You will think you've seen the Rolling Stones. And that night, Family Stone, the Family Stone of Sly and the Family Stone, and they had like 10 #1 hits during the late 60s and early 70s. Very high energy, really it was one of the first very popular multiracial and multi-gender bands. I mean, they had black and white and, you know, male and female all mixed in, and horns, and I mean, that's going to be
You want to belt us out a few lyrics from one of their songs?
I want to take you higher. That's what I want to do. That's yeah, and oh yeah, and they sing a simple song, and you know, so many greats. Dance to the music.
Yeah,
you know?
I can't wait to see them. I'm very excited. And once again, would you like to give an invite out to our MSU students?
Yeah, and so everybody come out. Go to www.natchjazzfest.com, and CPTEL very nice and puts that up for us at website, and it's got the whole schedule on there and tells a little bit about the festival. Please invite everybody else. We have a Facebook page. We have an event page on Facebook. Go to our event page and let us know that you're coming. We'd like to hear from you and say yes, click on yes, I will be attending, and just make a weekend of it. Come Friday and for free Friday, and spend the entire weekend. You're going to have some good food, you're going to hear some good music, and you're going to have a lot of great fun, I promise you.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait, and I hope everyone else comes out and joins us. It's Friday, March 30th and Saturday, March 31st for the Natchitoches Jazz and R&B Festival. Thank you, Mr. Rodney Harrington, for joining us. I'm Catherine Harper, and this has been a Demon Life.